It is so important for people on prednisone. This is a product that has vitamin D on it to help give back the vitamin D and K that you need when you're having that bone loss from prednisone. And why do we care about vitamin D? Because prednisone is the #1 drug that steals vitamin D and calcium from our bones. And so we need to do whatever we can to prevent that bone loss. That means giving back the nutrients that prednisone is stealing. One of the major ones we need to give back is calcium and vitamin D. But how's the best way to get vitamin D? Can you get it from food? Well, first of all, you can get vitamin D from food, but it's really close to impossible to get all the vitamin D that you need from food alone. So while you can eat fortified cereal and you can eat fortified juice and things like that, they can help give you some vitamin D, but it's not enough. It's not enough. So what about supplements like this one or Nutrinizone? Nutrinizone is designed to have all of the vitamin D that you need, according to the American College of Rheumatologists. But the best way, the very best way for you to get the vitamin D that you need is through the sun. So how do you get the vitamin D through the sun? Because we have this tough balance between skin cancer and osteoporosis, right? If you get too much sun, you'll get a sunburn and damage that leads to skin cancer. We don't want that, but we also need exposure to the sun to give us vitamin D conversion, because our bodies were made as this miracle machine to convert sunlight into vitamin D, the active form that we need to build strong bones. So there are some rules to follow. So first of all, you need to be able to see the sun. So right now the sun is overcast, and so I'm not going to be getting very much vitamin D on an overcast day. It's got to be like direct sunlight. And when it's direct sunlight, it's got to be at an angle. The sun has to be shining at an angle that is strong enough to actually have UVB, as in boy, rays getting through. And that only works when the sun is at this angle from here to here. So that means if you're standing and you can see your shadow, if your shadow is longer than you are tall, you're probably not going to get any vitamin D conversion at that time of day. So when it's the solar noon, like right now where I am, it's solar noon, even though it's overcast. This is the brightest time of day when the sun is right overhead. When it's solar noon, you have almost no shadow, right? Like it's only at your feet. And then as the sun goes down, your shadow gets longer. So you want to make sure that your shadow is only as tall as you are. Then the amount of time, so how long do you do it? How long do you expose your skin? And how much skin do you expose? So it's kind of better to do more skin for a shorter period of time so that you can just get it done. At least that's my philosophy. So if you have like bare legs or bare back, bare arms, and it all depends on your skin type and like how far away you are from the sun, like your latitude and longitude, and a lot of other things, but those are the most important. So your skin type. As you can see me, I am fairly fair. I have blonde hair and light eyes. So I'm like a skin type 2 or 3. So that means I need less time to get more vitamin D conversion. Whereas somebody with darker skin, whose ancestral heritage is closer to the equator, they would need more time in the sun to make vitamin D. So for me, with my skin type, I need like 15 minutes to a half an hour when the sun is at the right level with enough skin exposed. So when I have my long sleeves on, I'm not getting very much sunlight, so I need more exposure to get that proper amount of vitamin D. And another rule of thumb is to get enough vitamin D and to not get sunburned, you want to stay out like half as long as it would take you to get sunburned. So if you can be outside for an hour and that's when you start getting sunburned, then it takes a half an hour-ish to get the amount of vitamin D you need. So that's about how it is for me. So I'm planning to get 30 minutes of direct sunlight. And then the best advice is not necessarily to use sunscreen after that. It's to cover up or to go in the shade. So get the amount you need, but don't overdo it. Don't get skin cancer. And if you need to supplement, because for most of us in the world, at least half of the year, you can't really get vitamin D. So for the northern hemisphere, especially like Boston, New York, that high elevation, from November to April, you can't get vitamin D outside. It's just, there's not enough UVB radiation. So you have to supplement it that time of year. So if you can, in that right now in the summertime, get the supplementation you need from the sun, first of all. Second of all, something like Nutrinized Zone. And third of all, from your food, because you can only get a little bit from your food. Let me know if you have any questions about vitamin D below, and I'll answer them. Signing off is Dr. Megan, your prednisone pharmacist.